Welcome back to Real Phonies, where we combine a love for movies and television with not a lot of actual knowledge about movies or television. I'm your host, Joseph, with me are my co-hosts, Ian.
Hey, what's up, guys?
And Hurt.
Good intro.
Thank you.
Taking over for Joan.
He was concise.
Christian has been usurped. There was a coup.
The realest phonies, if you texted it out.
The realest phonies are the only ones left. So we're here to bring you the news from the week. Ian, what you got for us?
Yeah, so kind of a slow week, but there's a few things that we thought was interesting. The first is Eli Roth, who's done, God, I know Hostel is one of them.
God, I hate Eli Roth so much.
Yeah, I dislike him a lot, too.
Yeah, Eli Roth kind of sucks.
He did both Hostels. He did that shitty Death Witch remake a couple years ago.
He did.
What got him?
Knock
was
Knock.
Hostel his low budget breakout role? Is that what it was?
Yeah,
that's such a bad breakout.
And
role.
then he's buddies with Quentin Tarantino. That's really what made him a big deal.
But he's doing a Borderlands video game movie, which seems way too big budget for him. So I'm going like it's gonna fail.
I mean, is it too big budget for him?
I mean, that's like a space thing with a lot of different guns, and it's like aliens. Well, no,
I guess it just depends on how much money he's getting pumped
like
into
mutants. Yeah.
Because, I mean, it's a video game movie. I don't feel like Hollywood generally gives a fuck about that.
I wasn't even really sure what it was because I thought that was the Demolition Derby one, but now I'm realizing that's Twisted Metal, right?
Yeah, Borderlands is it's like Earth and everything's turned into like a Mad Max kind of thing, and people have become kind of like mutants, and there's mutants in that they're devolving kind of thing.
Yeah.
And a lot of different guns, and it's like a co-op shooter, but I never really liked it. I've played it, though.
I just don't like Eli Roth's sensibility because if there is a low-hanging fruit, he will always go for it.
Yes. Yeah, I don't think there's stories. Stop making the video game movies thing. Sonic I hope isn't going to start a wave of these.
I mean, it made a lot of money.
Like they're going to do a Spyro movie next. I guarantee you a Spyro movie's happening within 2 years.
Oh, Spyro, Crash Bandicoot.
What if they did PlayStation?
To be fair, there should a lot of these things should be like Netflix TV. Like the cheap cell graded bullshit that they put on Netflix.
Yeah.
For kids. Absolutely, Sonic and Spyro and all that shit should be like one of those series that comes out 10 episodes every 6 months. It looks like it costs $20 to put together. Every single story is, oh, your buddy is trapped in a well, or I don't know, whatever the bullshit is. It's. I think that's the right medium for this stuff. Yeah,
I would love a Metal Gear Solid movie. That's the one they haven't done that I think.
They already have. They're all of the video games.
Yeah.
When I played Metal Gear Solid 4,
it's a lot of cutscenes.
We clocked it for each cutscene, and it was 3 hours and 45 minutes of cutscenes.
Yeah. Metal Gear Solid 4 has a legit 50-minute cutscene at one point that I was it just kept going. I loved it though. That's a good ass.
I mean, a lot of cutscene games are like that. It's why would you make a movie of this? It is the movie.
Yep. So yeah, we'll see. Next is Transformers doing an animated series. I think it's called Cyber War,
which is exactly what I was just talking about. Actually,
yeah.
It's back to the blocky Transformer look. We're on Cybertron. It looks like. They are still cars, even though I don't feel like that makes sense on Cybertron, because where did the cars come from?
Full disclosure, we watched this 10 minutes ago, maybe, and it looked bad to me.
I just don't know why we just don't do a fucking Transformers cartoon set in the 80s with the original designs, but with today's storytelling sensibility.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's always, they keep trying to not do that.
All the kids who were raised on that show rewriting the next one, yeah.
Well, because also, it's almost, it comes a point after that a whole lot of the designs don't make, you can't do, there's no modern equivalent to Soundwave that you could do now. So almost with a lot of those characters, you have to do them in the 80s.
Yeah. I think it looked cheap to me. So.
It absolutely looks cheap.
So, I don't know. We'll see.
It also looked really serious, which I was not down for. This should be fun. Maybe that is the point. I don't know. I'm about to use Beast Wars as an example, and it's a terrible example because it's a bad show, but it's really fucking goofy.
Yeah.
Oh no!
God damn it!
Christian's here after we did the coup.
After the assassination
this is so awkward.
What's up, Christian?
I own this bitch.
What do you think about Transformers on Netflix?
None of the mics are in the right spot, so I'm going to have to readjust you. This is what happens when you're not here.
I like that trailer. I thought it looked cool. There are going to be 3 of them, I think, is what I read.
3 of what? Netflix?
Yeah, it's like a series. It's like a trilogy of Transformers anime movies or shows or something. And the first one is War of Cybertron or something like that.
You paid a lot closer attention to this than we did, obviously.
You got the deets, right?
You should not start without me.
Yeah, we'll see. The next thing is Chris Evans got cast in A Little Shop of Horrors.
Is rumored to be cast, not official.
Yeah, in Little Shop of Horrors remake. I know you know this. What role is he playing, possibly?
The dentist, which is a great role for Chris Evans.
That is the correct role for him, totally.
Played by Steve Martin in the 86 version of the movie. He is Audrey's boyfriend. He's kind of like abusive. He's a dick. He drives a motorcycle.
I could see him in the same exact wig.
Yeah.
He definitely seems to be taking roles playing against the Captain America.
Yeah,
goody two shoes type.
It's very similar to his Knives Out.
Yeah,
role,
that's what I mean.
actually,
So, and I think that's cool that he's trying to branch out.
I mean, he'd done it for a long time. He might as well do something different.
Yeah, go back.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll see. Just today they announced Mission Impossible's been shooting in Italy, number 7, not episode 7.
I gotcha.
And they halted production due to the coronavirus. So I don't know. I think Tom Cruise, he believes in aliens. He's protected.
Wouldn't it be ironic if Tom Cruise, trying to kill himself jumping out of an airplane, got killed by the coronavirus?
God, that would be all too real. That's what they're always stealing, a virus that infected the world.
That's true.
He's probably right now trying to write in a scene where he drinks coronavirus snot or something like that.
Yeah, that would be ridiculous. So yeah, we'll see. I'm excited for that movie. I hope they get it. I hope it hits its date, but we'll see how everything shapes out. The leaked Batman photo of him riding on the Bat Cycle. You kind of got to see. It's not exactly Robert Pattinson in the suit. It's a stunt double, but you got to see kind of looking. It's definitely early suit. It looks like kind of like a motocross. I thought a lot of people are saying
a little bit, yeah.
Daredevil. A lot of people are saying, and the ears seem to be medium
ears.
And
they seem to be the longest ears we've done in movies so far.
Yeah.
George Clooney's ears are pretty long.
Ears are
okay, that's true. That's true. That's a good point.
And looks like there's goggles. A lot of people are thinking he's gonna have the white eyes, which would be super cool. And
were those goggles?
I think they're goggles.
Speculation. Like I said, none of this is confirmed. This is just a lot of internet chatter. But I would be cool with the white eyes because that's an animated series. There's a lot of
for sure.
And it looked great on Spider-Man.
And that's the thing. After the Marvel Spider-Man, we've shown we can do the emotive eyes with the white slits.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I thought it looked cool. He's riding with someone who's wearing a motorcycle helmet. A lot of people think that's maybe Catwoman. I think it's going to be back to basics. I don't think this is going to be a really expensive movie. It looks like they're trying to lean into.
They spent a lot of money on the cast. It seems
what I
like.
mean.
Yeah.
I think they're going to reset the technology and kind of put in more year one. I think Long Halloween is what it's based on, and what I'm told it's a direct sequel to year one, and it's his second year in Gotham. So I don't think it's going to be his first year. I think it's going to be just like that. He's new, but he's been around and he kind of knows these people, but he's not badass Ben Affleck. He's not a trained Batman.
Right.
Yeah.
He's still learning the ropes, which I'm not interested in at all, even slightly.
Yeah.
But
that said, costume looks pretty good from the neck down. I'm not sure about the head. Mostly it's kind of got a bug-eyed look. But if those are goggles, that solves if the goggles aren't there.
And a lot of that'll be CGI'd up. I don't know. It seems to be getting mixed reaction. What do you guys think on?
I mean, I wasn't a super pro it, but I recognize that it is the costume a stunt double is wearing without any sort of after prosthetic type things going on. There's no cape on there, right?
Nope.
They're gonna add stuff CGI to that suit, so it's hard to judge. I didn't love it, but
what do you think about the Bat Cycle? That looked kind of just like a motorcycle.
Yeah, it
with
just looked
2 ears.
which I'm kind of because I'm over Batman driving a tank and shit like that. I want him to have a cool ass car instead of that. So having it be more of a motorcycle, I'm into.
See, that's kind of how I feel about the suit too. I don't need it to make sense anymore.
No.
I just want it to be cool.
100%. You're speaking from my heart right there. I'm sick of, we've got to make this make sense in the real world. No, we don't. This shit would never happen in the real world.
Yeah. Which is why the armored look, we've done that a lot. I don't need it anymore.
And it's always the solid thing now, a big solid color. I want to break up his costume some. I want there to be some gray and some black, maybe even some yellow,
I'm really
blue.
I'm
or
really
blue,
excited.
man. Blue would be great.
I think it's going to be good. I do. And I've been doing some research into Long Halloween. Apparently, it takes place over a calendar year, and it hits all these holidays, and people are getting assassinated, and they think it's the holiday killer.
Right.
And I mean, that sounds cool. Like you could do that well, tie it into these different holidays and have him come to these murder scenes. And it's like, famous, people from comics that we know.
Yeah, in the comic, each month makes him suspicious of a different guy from his rogue gallery and stuff like that.
And
go ahead. No, go ahead.
And what if there's actually some detective work in this one?
I think it's going to lean into that, which I think is
That would be fucking dope as hell.
That's really if you do that, I can forgive everything else.
Yeah.
The main thing I can't believe about the stuff that we've seen for this is nobody is getting on the fact that Batman's head looks like a Batman-shaped foot. Because, everybody used to give that dude a hard time for having a foot-shaped head. And honestly, at the time, I was like, I don't really see it. He's just got a head. But as soon as I saw him in that Batman cowl, I was like, oh shit, his head is shaped exactly like a fucking foot.
It's a very handsome foot, though.
Oh, it's a great foot.
Robert Footinson. So yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I'm super stoked for that movie. It's June 2021, so we're a year and a half out still. So I'm sure we'll hear more. And then the last thing is Mulan gets rated as a PG-13, which is the first, Jones point out, first PG-13 movie since The Last Pirates. We talked about this last episode, and we said we didn't think it was going to be PG-13. So what do you guys think about that?
I read up on this week after we talked about it because I was curious about the tracking and stuff like that, and they're expecting a pretty decent North America one. But the big thing is they were anticipating China to be the number one market, but apparently because of the coronavirus, movie theater attendance has plummeted in China.
Yeah.
Because again, who wants to be locked in a room with 200 other people?
I was about to say, I thought a lot of them were shut down specifically for that purpose.
Especially the lunar year. I think they haven't been open for 2.5 months, 2.5 weeks.
Yeah, and so now Disney's
it's only going to get worse too,
sweating it, because of the virus. So.
And also, she got political. She came out for Hong Kong.
No, she came out for China.
For China. Okay,
over
that's
Hong
what it was.
Kong.
Okay, so it's not gonna do well in Hong Kong.
Yeah. Yeah, the PG-13 doesn't sway me at all. It has no effect on my opinion. I'll probably still watch this movie.
Have you guys ever seen Outbreak?
Yeah.
The part where Dustin Hoffman looks directly into the camera and says, "It all started in a movie theater." That's what that shit makes me think of. I think honestly, I think Disney's testing the waters here because PG-13 doesn't leave you any money legally. So, nobody's held out of it legally. So I think they're just trying to see, will we lose money on this if just by that name, by PG-13? Because they can still get kids in to see this with it at PG-13. We'll see more shit like this.
Yeah, that's a really good point. And I would like that because I would like to see more of these trend a little bit more adult. Not crazy, you know what I mean? Not like, Batman versus Superman dark, but a little bit better.
It's got to just be fantasy action, right? That's got to be what violence.
Yeah,
that's got to be all it is. It's not going to be Mulan's not going to be shit all the time.
Yeah, no.
I don't think they'll use their one fuck.
Yeah, no. I just see how violent it gets because I think it's the violence that's going to turn the parents off.
I feel like Mulan is a good one to go if you're going to continue this trend because for example, Disney's Hercules opens with two demons trying to murder a baby.
That's true.
Or, Atlantis, the Lost Empire, has a lot of death and, fight and betrayal in it.
Atlantis could be an R-rated movie.
Yeah.
There were a lot of moments in that movie that I was as a kid, I was ooh, this is kind of adult. Should I be watching this?
So, if you continue down this path and you're going to make those movies, I could understand why Mulan may be the one where you, test the waters on it.
Yeah. So, we'll see. And that's the news.
And that's the news. Fantastic. So join us a little bit later this week. We thought we were going to be doing Clone Wars, but it turns out it comes out one episode a week instead of all of the series. So we might do that when the season is over. But in the meantime, we are going to be doing movies where the trailer is actually better than the movie. Where those sneaky motherfuckers behind the production of the movie tricked us into watching a not as good movie as the trailer. So join us a little bit later this week for that. In the meantime, thank you guys for listening. If you want to get in touch with us, you can reach us at realphonies@gmail.com. You can also follow us on Facebook and Twitter at realphonies and on Instagram at real_phonies. Thanks to Zach Evans for art and Brian Velasquez for our theme. We'll see you guys later.
Later.
Nice.